Right, good evening, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. We are here tonight for an all USA affair on the one-loss side in this year's Virtual 9-Ball World Championships. And it's Bill up against Larry at the top of the hour. Just give me a second. I'm just going to bring Steve in. Good afternoon, good evening to Steve.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Well, I mentioned in the lobby earlier on, I've got a bit of dilemma tomorrow night. Now, Slim messaged me earlier today. I got it when I got home. Slim won't be around tomorrow. Now, as far as that goes, that means that tonight's match, obviously I'm covering this one. Slim will be doing his tomorrow afternoon, as I mentioned before, while I'm coming home from work. And then tomorrow night we have a problem. The problem is LS3 and Bedhead on the one-loss side go at it at 7:30 British summertime. That is 2:30 Eastern, and we have Interchange X and Spectre Dawn at the same time. Now, out of those two matches, the one I think most people would want to watch is probably Interchange X Spectre Dawn, being as it's a one-loss side as well. But I'm all for going into that one and tabbing into the other one and seeing how things are going, because the interesting things could happen in both of these matches. There's a strong possibility that there could be. But anyway, that's how it stands. We've got those matches to come tomorrow, and I'll be covering one of them and looking at another one, or I might go to the vote, depending what other people think. But anyway, let's look at tonight's match. I think I can't remember how Larry got here. I know that Bill got butchered by Albinario. I know that happened. I can't remember how Larry ended up there. What happened to Larry? But where's this match? I can't find. Oh, there
Larry
it is.
lost to Matt.
Ah, right. Now
and
that
then
must
he
be
beat Bowder, and then Damon forfeited. So
yeah, that's it. So well, I still say Larry's vulnerable. I mean, Bill is vulnerable from the point of view he's not playing a lot, but I think there's a possibility tonight that there might be a little bit of surprise. Maybe Larry's still the favourite, but I just don't think the trackball mouse will last him out the night. That's what I think.
You think the trackball is going to do him in, huh?
I think it's not going to do him any favours. Don't say I didn't warn you, but you'll probably see it. Welcome to Coldest Pillow. I bet you hope this doesn't last long. Yes, well, it won't. It's a one-loss side match. It's not going to be that late. Welcome to Miasma. I don't know what Steve thinks. Let's listen to what the expert thinks.
Well, I'm just excited about this match for two old-time VP guys. These guys are both great guys. They both play VP a lot. I know Bill hasn't been in as much lately, but he's probably got as many hours in on VP as anybody. I don't know who's going to win this.
Rooms up. Let's get in.
It certainly wasn't a pretty sight with Bill against Albin. So I'm not sure he's playing his best at this point.
Right, so Larry's keen to get underway. He's in, and Bill has duly arrived. We've got Larry on the right-hand side. And race to 15. No jump cues, the usual, and off we go. And Bedhead, good evening. He's going Larry 15-13. I think you winded Stub up in the lobby. Oh, I wound him good and proper. I wound him in that room as well. He was in the room, wasn't he? So I come in there and ripped a new hole for him. He says he called me a snitch, Steve. He called me a snitch because I got him fined.
all I had to do was look at the bracket and see the forfeit next to his name, and I knew what happened. I hardly needed you to snitch. Yeah, he got fined and he was unhappy. He's still harping about the Cobra match,
Yeah,
The thing is I don't see any way in any scenario he can beat Cobra. I was
Well, I told
actually
him
thinking
that.
about putting up some $V to have him play Cobra.
Well,
And
I was thinking about putting a go.
let Stub pick the game, pick the table, pick everything he wants, pick the rules, and let him have everything his way, and then watch him get destroyed by Cobra, because I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, I was thinking of suggesting a GoFundMe for Stub, or you could call it Go Find Me, and have a collection for him to actually get him to buy some V dollars because you keep picking his pocket, and we'll see how many people's up for that. I volunteered to put in 20 pence, or in, well, stateside money, 20 cents, which is not a lot.
Well, this is kind
Welcome
of
to his ad. What's happened there?
we gotta start with Larry missed a combo, then Bill missed a shot, and it's
I think
this
it
is
could be the story of the night. This.
well, it's kind of endemic of how these guys play. I mean, they're good players, but they miss balls, and I think this match is going to come down to who misses less balls.
Well, he's got to go. He's got to go the 3 rails.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, this is easy. This is every time if you play a lot of pool. I mean, you got to be able to get on the 7 ball and get real good on it every time. The line you want is coming into the diamond at the head string. That's where you want to hit. He's a little low. He's a little low.
Than that. He might be in trouble here. Hang on. Well,
Yeah,
good luck getting an 8 ball.
Well, he can just take it thin and go up and down the table. You just hit this soft and then go up and down the table.
He's going to leave. He's going to leave the crazy bedhead cut already.
But he didn't get the line. The line he needed was the second diamond where the head string is. That's where he needed to bump the rail.
It's close, that 8 ball. He's going to have to get this sweet.
You just got to get this going straight up and down so you don't scratch.
Don't finish on top of the 9 ball. He needs a little kiss. You're not getting it.
Well, it's looking like a bank shot.
Well, Acero nails these every time, or he has done all the ones I've seen him go for.
The tendency when it's close to the rail is to bank short. He looks like he's giving it plenty of width.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep.
Very good.
Very good shot. Yeah, that wasn't a gimme bank with it that close to the rail. And doesn't look like any joy there on the break.
The usual follow-up. Well, here's a dodgy cut, but you've got to go 3 rails to get back up into the middle of the table for that 2 in the side. But let's have a look at the cut. The cut's not bad, and I think the line's good.
Yeah,
He's got to hit it. Oh, you got to get the pot first. Oh, he was perfect.
Yep. And now Larry's perfect.
Oh,
you can't get much better setup than this. And the billiard for the 7-9 is pretty easy. I don't think you even want to move them. It's so good. Me personally, I would just leave the 7-9 the way it is.
Well, why not just pot the 7 down into the bottom corner? I mean, you can do that as well.
Yep. You can do that as well. I mean, your choice.
Well, bottom or top, whatever. Blind pocket cut.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Shouldn't miss that shot.
Now, I wonder what Larry's thinking. I think Larry's just thinking to pot this 7 ball. He's not going to be messing about trying to get on the billiard, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, it's simpler just to pot to 7, but you know, it depends on where you get.
Yeah, we'll give Larry a couple of racks to find his pace. Now you see,
See, from
he's going.
there, you almost have to play to pot the 7 in the same pocket as the 6.
Yeah, he's
Stun
just getting
back
it
off the
back.
rail, and now he looks like he's going forward here, which I don't get. Nope, there he goes. Now, see, I would have always gone to the rail there. I would have hit that harder and always gone to the rail.
Yeah, I would always like to have been out there than where he is, but you know, he should still get this, but he's still got to remember the cue ball.
Well, one thing you learn if you do this enough times, if you're going to try to hold the cue ball, and it's going to be a little tricky to do it, just hit it harder and go to the rail and come out.
That'll do.
He's got that, and that should work.
So 9 into the bottom right corner. I don't think he's going to be travelling the cue ball a great deal. I think.
Oh, I play the 9 in the side every time here.
So you're going up and down.
No, I go.
Oh, that's a terrible shot, Larry.
So you got two choices there. You either draw back and go 2 rails, draw on right, or you go left-hand English and stun it and go off the end rail and then back, which kind of may have been what he was thinking.
But why didn't Larry see the obvious thing there, Steve, and getting a bit of bottom in the cue ball, just drawing it away and avoiding the scratch? Why didn't he see the obvious?
I think he did want to go off the end rail, but I don't think he put English on it. I think, well, I couldn't tell.
I mean, I can't understand why, knowing the shot he was playing, that he didn't take evasive manoeuvres to keep the cue ball well away from that line. He never done anything, which is a bit, it's almost like a rookie shot he's just played there. And for Larry, with his experience, I'm very surprised he played a sucker shot like that.
Yeah, I mean, the execution just wasn't good.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was maybe trying to bump the rail and catch the one and nick it in, but he got it all too thick, and that was an even poorer shot by Larry. Well, let's just say right now, things can only get better for Larry.
Yeah, it hasn't been a great start for either one of these guys. I mean, but that was a giveaway by Larry.
Bump the 4, that'll do. No, yeah, he's still okay, I think. Well,
the thing in this match you got to think about if you're either one of these guys is that you're going to get chances. I don't think either one of these guys is going to play a super clean match, so you know you're going to get to the table. You just got to take advantage of it when you do.
That needs to slow up.
Whoa,
it needs to slow. Oh dear. It's going to be one of them nights, I think. It's going to be littered with them, I think.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I don't know. He's trying to go 3 rails to kick the back of the 4. That's what he's trying to do. He's caught it.
Got a piece of it. Well,
he's got to cut it into the side.
Now, this is an interesting shot, how you decide to play this. I like drawing it with some right English to the side rail, let it spin around, and you can play to shoot to 5 in a number of places, and that's exactly what he did. Very nice shot.
Nice on into the side.
Oh, he hit that really well.
Right, got to get right over on this 7 ball. You want to make it nice and simple. Right over, even if you're right on the rail, that's fine. You can just drop through for the 8. I'm sure the 8 goes. Oh, well, it's tight, but it does go.
And I was always thinking about bringing it all the way to the rail like that. Get it to the rail. As long as you come up and bump the rail, you can't come out too bad. And that's a nice play. Get yourself a little angle. This is maybe not quite as much as you'd like. He's going to go forward and go to the other side of it. Yeah, Larry looking real solid here. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. You watch a guy playing, and you're like, boy, he's really solid, and then all of a sudden he makes a mistake like he did on the 8 ball, and you're like, well,
Yeah,
he did all
that's
that
been
good work and then threw it all out.
It's been Larry's problem is that level of consistencies. It drops away and it comes back. He's just you can't put all your money in Larry necessarily getting out all the time. Things go wrong for him, and they have done all too often.
Yeah, but you know he makes a lot of good choices. His issue tends to be more execution than it is the choices he's making.
Now, got to go the 3 rails again, maybe. I think. Is he trying to hold this back the way it is, or is he going to go the 3 rails and come around the other
Me
side?
personally, I shoot the 3 in the same pocket as the 2 every time, and that's
Yeah,
what
he's
he's
coming
doing.
back.
Out cue ball. But I
That's
like the
fine.
speed he's hitting the shot. See, he's playing. He's looking a lot like a Cerro right now, where the speed tends to be nice and firm, nice and firm, nice and positive. I like to see players do that.
Now this is just is it just a what he doesn't want to dink this, I don't think. I think he wants to go up top. Because this 9 balls and the angle's not great for that. I think he should just run past the 9. Got to get out though. Well,
see,
he's going to have trouble here.
he needed to hit that with English one way or another to change things. This is going to be tough. He needs a zigzag back and forth and back. This needs to be hit the long rail 3 or 4 times here. He needs to hit close to the side pocket, bounce over to the other side, and then bounce back.
Yeah, he's got to watch the side pocket. That's the problem.
This is a tough shot. And there's no doubt about that. He did what I said, but he didn't get it pulled back enough where he got on the other side of it. But that's
he's
about
fine. He's fine. It's off
that's
the
not
rail,
bad
so
at all.
he should get this in and just go back up and down into the table again. So yeah, that's fine. So Larry's going to get the early lead. Now, I think I said this about every single player. We're all looking for this follow-up.
Well,
Building up a little run of racks here.
The interesting thing about this match is the only. Oh, look at that break. And he gets no joy. The only game Bill's got, Larry just flat gave it to him. I mean, all he had to do is make the 9 ball.
So 3 balls in, and the 9 ball was one of them, wasn't it? It come back up.
Well, I'm not sure what kind of safety he was trying to play, but it didn't work. Let's see if Mr.Bill can do something with this. And this is set up good to go all the way down to the end rail. Just let it run. Go back down around the 9 ball. Now he's not going to do that.
Oh dear.
See, yeah. That's why I would have definitely ran it around the table. Is you just get rid of all that traffic doing that.
And Larry's going to, well, if it bumps, he's got the cut now again. He's got to get this cue ball moving a bit. Just straight across the table, though. If he just plays it sensible.
This is pretty simple. Just go back and forth.
Well, a slight angle, and you can just stop it dead. So the mistake from Bill is going to get punished.
No, he tried to dribble forward. He went a little further, but that was the right thing to do because a little further is still fine. A little short of it starts getting harder. Good speed there. Yeah, right now it's looking like Mr. Bill needs to find his way.
Yeah, I mean, he's still going to get chances, Bill, but I think he wants to be making his own. He wants to find his feet and get in this. And again, the usual thing, sooner rather than later, because he's 4-1 down already. You don't want this to stretch any further if you can help it. And one in the side, something else went in. 2 balls are cut, and there's a lot of traffic to avoid. Now you can get a little nick in. Can you get a little nick into this just to draw it away from these and try and get back up the table? And it's a bit,
I don't know.
It's a bit ropey.
I would just try to hit the force
Bump
solid.
the four. Yeah,
you're not going to be going too fast.
He's trying to avoid it. Yeah, I think you're right, Steve. I think when I get round to look at that, the best thing to do is just take your medicine, pot it, bump the four, and he tried to do the classy stuff there, and it all went wrong. So here's your chance, Bill. So down the right side for this 4 ball, and not too far. That'll do. That's pretty good.
Now, how many times do you figure these guys have played each other over the years?
I'd say 1 or 2. 1 or 2 times. Now that angle there. Now again, the draw here. You got to watch what you're doing here, because this 9. I mean, if the cue ball wants to rub the 9, yeah, he's avoided it. And get into the cue ball good enough to avoid that. Yet that not quite as sweet. You end up sort of going near the 9, and probably awkward things can happen. Is he straight in this?
Pretty
Shouldn't
straight.
worry him anyway. Just straight across.
Shoot it up table.
No. He's doing more stuff. Unnecessary movement of the cue ball, I call that. You're going to just roll through.
Well, Bill's got another one. He needed that.
I think Coldest Pillow was asking the question of Cobra earlier, and Cobra's been sitting in the lobby all for hours. He's probably left and gone out for the night or whatever, but he was trying to get a response out of Cobra, and needless to say, he didn't get one. But he was asking Cobra if Stubb had accepted his proposal yet, which he hasn't.
My guess is he won't.
Well, I'm taking bets that Stubb will find some excuse not to play. I thought you did. Or who was it? Somebody did. Somebody was trying to talk to Cobra. I'm sure it was you.
So Bedhead says they have over 10K 9-ball racks against each other. I guess he looked it up. So that's
10,000.
That's a lot.
That's a career's worth of 9-ball racks. And probably 90% of them was in challenge rooms when Bill was here pretty much every day.
Uh-oh.
Is it getting there? Is it getting there? Oh, dear. Well, there's a trackball mouse evidence there, folks. He didn't get through with the shot. And again, there was no reason to try and be cute with that at all. With all the room in the world to get to the 6 ball, whatever way you did it, but that wasn't the way. And this is encouraging Bill to get back in it. And that's been Larry's problem for I don't know how long now. There's always, it doesn't matter what shot it is. It's like a virus. It just keeps coming. It won't go away. The reliability with Larry with that track ball mouse on certain shots, you just cannot trust him. If you're a betting man on Larry, he'll let you down. He'll let you down. We've all seen the evidence far too many times. The nightmare one was that straight pull finally was in. That was a complete disaster in the end. And if he'd stayed at the table in that visit he had, he would have won the match. And then he blew it by not getting the ball to the pocket again.
And there's Bill.
Oh, Bill's at it now. Oh,
that happens when you're trying to hold a cue ball there and pull it back, and you're thinking a lot of cue ball and not a lot of make, and that's pretty easy to do in real life. Well, look at this.
I think Larry was thinking he could squeeze that in there, but he overcompensated to make sure he was missing the 4, and I think he's got away with this though. Yeah. And this is an ugly shot to actually do something where you're keeping it safe.
This ball banks.
Banks past the 4?
It does, but it's very tight.
Well, good luck with that shot. There's a cue ball going south now. I mean, that was just horrible where that was sitting.
Yeah,
so here you go, Larry.
You could have played a safety where he hit the 1 and had the cue ball hit the 8 and stop there, brought the 1 up tables.
Well, he's not going to play the 9. He might look at the angle he's got in the 2 in that side pocket. I don't know the side pocket's in place, so he's cutting it in the side instead.
Yeah, that was the right play. Overhit a little bit.
They're both vulnerable for probably different reasons. Larry because of the equipment he uses, and Bill because of the table time.
That was a nice shot there to get on the 4.
Yes, I do have an idea it's because of the trackball, Bedhead. I keep telling you it's a trackball. There are certain shots you can't rely, and trying to play a little dinky shot like that, you've got to get. That's the thing with the trackball. You're rolling a ball on the mouse, so you've got to roll the ball and go through the shot. And he does it far too many times where he doesn't go through the shot, or VP4 doesn't pick it up as good. The sensitivity doesn't get picked up as good, or whatever. And there's many a shot he's left short, not getting to a hole or not getting to the pocket or the ball.
VP4 doesn't care what the device is. It's going to work the same whether it's a trackball or a mouse.
Well, it's a trackball. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Nobody's convincing me anything otherwise. It's a trackball. Yeah, you go and waste your money and get a trackball, Coldest Pillow, and make sure you keep the receipt because you'll be sending it back within 3 days. No, but the thing is, the likelihood of you doing shots like Larry just did there are reduced to a minimum if you're using an ordinary cheap mouse. Yeah, get it from Amazon.
Oh, don't get me going on Amazon. They've screwed me twice in the last month.
Well, and you're just going to leave it like that, Steve. You're not going to tell us what they screwed you on.
Well, okay. First, they screwed me on a printer. Ordered a printer, 2 weeks to deliver, doesn't show up. So, when you talk to them, they won't do anything until past the delivery date. You're like, this thing isn't ever coming. Well, we don't do this and that. So finally, they tell me to cancel it and reorder it, which I did. Then I got to wait another 2 weeks. So it took me a month to get a printer from them. The other thing was air conditioning. My air conditioning blower motor went out. I ordered one from Amazon. And I thought it was shipping from the manufacturer. I talked to them. They say, no, it's not. Well, Amazon, the same freaking thing. It's coming up on it. And I call them up. I'm like, I need this thing. I need this thing. I got to have it. I'm dying here. And so I ended up same thing. I had to cancel the order, reorder it. This time I made sure that there was an option on some of them to reorder straight from the manufacturer, have them ship it. I paid $120 in shipping to get it overnighted. So, because Amazon screwed my order up, it cost me $120.
Cue ball. I've never had any problems with Amazon.
I have had very few, but that was twice in 1 month, and it cost me a lot of money the second time. And you know what? They wouldn't reimburse me. They wouldn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I would have thought there'd be. Well, you think about it. Look at the size of company they are. I mean, if they just lose your business, it's not going to make any difference. But if the word spreads, you know,
they do everything they can not to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their customer service, chatbot, this and that, and none of that worked with shit.
That's the thing I can't stand, not speaking to humans.
When I finally got the customer service number, I had to Google it. I couldn't even get it off their site. I had to Google it to get Amazon's number.
And then how many hours do you sit waiting in the queue to speak to somebody and go through all the options?
That wasn't too bad with them, but they treat everybody the same now, which I guess some people would consider good. I don't, since I've probably spent $50,000 at Amazon the last 10 years. And, you know, for a customer like that, you think that they would kind of go out of the way.
You know, you think they'd bring up the database and see who's this guy? Oh, look at this guy. He spends a fortune with us.
I even said to the woman I was talking to, I go, take a look at my account and see how much stuff I've ordered. She goes, I can't see that. I'm like, so that they've made it so the customer service people can't even see who you are and what you've been doing.
Oh, I'll tell you, that was ropey, but he's out.
He needs this. I mean, Larry's played really solid. I mean, it really should be. Larry should be ahead by more. He's given 2 games away. That's a 4-game swing.
Bill, he's just been kept in it again. It's one of these ones where you're trying to get away from him, but these little mistakes and misses and things. Bill's just hanging in there.
You're going to let people hang around, and that's a huge mistake to let people hang around, because then all of a sudden they get hot. You get a couple bad breaks, and you end up losing the match.
There's got to be some sort of con with that Temu law. I've seen stupid adverts for stupid things at stupid prices. Where's the con in it? There's got to be a huge con in it. Are they not Chinese based as well? That sets my alarm bells ringing as soon as I hear Chinese.
Temu's okay, but the problem with Temu is that it's real questionable, the quality of some of the stuff you're buying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It looks good in a photograph, doesn't it? Until you get it and it all falls apart on you in 5 minutes, whatever it is.
Well, I think he left a window here.
He certainly has. He was trying to be cheeky there and try and squeeze a pot out of it, but I don't think there was a pot out of it there. I don't think he can get it. I think he's got away with it as well. Can you get the cue ball out of the way?
Yeah, you got to go forward with a lot of spin.
Well, it's going to work. It's going to work. Not as intended, but it's worked. And he's on the 2.
He didn't put enough spin on it. You hit it the way you need to, and it goes around the corner. That kind of went straight across.
Right, so now is he going to go short side of the 4? Because that looks like the simplest move. You just dink this in and come up the short side of the 4. No, he's coming back. So he should be out then. Where's this going to go wrong?
It's hard to see it going wrong. I mean, but I think you're right, Hugh, in the sense that I think Larry needs to stay away from dinking balls. Hit him like I said it earlier, hit him like a Cerro, where everything was like, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
Yeah,
Cerro plays like that a lot. That's how Larry should be playing. Don't start dinking balls.
Stroking it through, yeah.
Well, that was way.
Again, that you cannot get the reliability with a trackball mouse. I'll tell you again.
I'll tell you something else about that. He hit that with left English, which is going to make the ball run. You really want to hit that with low and little right to make it snatch back quicker. That's the way to avoid that 8 ball, is use right English in that situation.
Oh, dear. I wish Larry would just get a cheap mouse and try it and play with it for 3 or 4 weeks. I'm telling you, and I'll stand by it. He'd be twice the player he is if he did. And if he is genuinely still playing with a trackball mouse, it's the biggest mistake he's made. He'd be far more reliable. The reliability goes down the pan with a trackball mouse. I've tried them. I've tried 2 or 3 of them, and you just cannot get a comfortable stroke with one of those things.
Well, look at
they're horrible.
Does he have a chance to make this 9-ball? He certainly does. This 9-ball, will go.
Well, I mean, can he get out of there clean to get on the 2 if he just brushes the edge of the 9 though? I wouldn't have brushed it like that though, but he's getting away with it.
Well, he would have had to hit it harder, maybe even try to hit it with a little left English, try to get it to move sideways fast.
Now this is a jack up and a stun. And a brush off the 8 helps him nicely.
Well, so here's what's happened this game is Bill comes in, hasn't been playing a lot, is not playing very well. And Larry gives him a bunch of chances to get going. And so what's happening now is Bill is starting to play good. And, this is all because Larry gave him a lot of chances. You want to hit this firm. Oh, he's just going to dink it. I thought he was going to go long rail, short rail, and back down.
Here's the thing, Bedhead. I might sound like a broken record, and I'll keep sounding like a broken record until Larry sees sense. Is he doing it? Is he sticking with the trackball mouse just to spite me? And he can't work out that his results would be far better if he did change.
That doesn't sound like something Larry would do. Stubb might do it.
Well, here we go. We're going to be all square here again. Now, is Bill going to get an advantage? Keep saying this. It's going to happen sometime. 1 ball, try to go into the side again. I think this is dry. Yeah.
Well, let's see how he plays this, because this is kind of a tricky situation. I would pull this back.
And cut the 2 into the same pocket, or try and play the combo if you end up with half a chance
to pull
on
this
it.
Back. Maybe he's going to play for the combination, the 2-9. Because you could dink it and play the 2-9. Nope, he's coming back. And I can tell you exactly what happened there. He went a little low on the cue ball. And for where he was on the cue ball, he didn't hit it hard enough. So the cue ball turned over. In other words, it curved. And when it curved, it thinned out the shot.
Look at this result, though. Was Bill trying to... Can he see enough of that to try and... But he can't pot that past 8, surely. I don't think he can do that. No, he's trying to duck. Oh, hang on a minute.
You can see an edge of this 1 ball. Now, I don't know what he's going to do here.
Try and billiard the 8 in.
He could.
Good evening and good afternoon to Slim. Steve, we need to do a fake poll. What mice players use just to anger you? Well, I'm telling you, there's nobody else in VP using a trackball mouse.
Well, the thing is you don't need a fancy mouse. I mean, you can get a fancy mouse and potentially set it up different, or maybe it fits more what you want. I mean, but you can use any cheap laser mouse with VP, and it should work pretty good.
Yeah, and you don't even need a laser mouse. I've got a cheap micro mouse right now that I'm using.
Of course, you've got a laser mouse.
No, it's not.
You don't have a laser mouse.
I do have my old G5, my Logitech old G5 is a laser mouse, expensive at the time when I bought it, and it still works perfectly. And I've got a cheap, what do you call it? A micro mouse, with just a short cable and a thing you would use in a laptop, just a tiny thing. My whole hand hides the whole mouse. You wouldn't even know I've got a mouse underneath my hand.
Look at this. I think the 9-ball combos. Let's see how close these are. Yeah, I think you can throw this in. You just got to put the cue ball by the 3 and hit it not too fast. I think the 9 goes.
I don't even think he's paying any attention to what you're saying,
No.
Steve. He's
Well,
too busy looking around for a way out here.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a gimme.
In fact, he wasn't. He was looking.
And he's going to
Look at
sell
this.
out on top of it.
Look at this.
He had an easy combo on the 9.
I think Bill's got a trackball mouse now as well. Because the pace control of that wasn't good.
You use a capybara. Does it get upset when you try to play with it?
I use a capybara. That's one of the big rat things that floats about in the water, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's a giant rodent.
It's the largest rodent in the world. You see them swimming about in the Amazon.
And that's that I'd like to see, actually. That's what I'm trying to play VP with a capybara.
I would say it's a toss of a coin between Stub and a capybara as to what the world's largest rodent is. Talking of Stub, where is he? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I thought that was going to squeeze past the 8 ball there. Right, here we go again. Larry with the table at his mercy and well, does he want to check this up? Is he going to miss the 8 ball? Is he going to run up the table? This is tricky to get on this 3 ball, depending on how much angle he's got.
Well, you're going to miss the 8 if you hit this firm.
Yeah, he's checked it big time. That's actually worked out very nice. Now, again, see, he would have much preferred to be straight in this 5 ball. It just means you're doing more with the cue ball. So it's 3 rails. And now it's a bit iffy. It's a bit iffy. Is he going to try to avoid this 8 ball? Yeah, I'm a snitch.
That's
he played that well.
There.
Yeah. Well
got
done.
It on the right line.
I think he's too straight, though, is he? He's need Botman left English. Why is he's slightly the wrong side as well. Botman left English, but not too much. That's the way I'd play it. No, tell a lie. Looking at that, you'd end up. It's away over on the short side, that 8 ball. This is tricky. Yeah, Botman right. But that means he's trying to get right down onto the short side. He can't be doing anything else. Or he's trying to go 2 rails to get the other side. Perfect. Beautiful. Now that's the way to execute it. You hit it hard enough so he did come off the second rail. Very nicely played. See, you can get away with hitting the harder shots with the trackball mouse, but the dinky shots, unreliable. I wonder if Stubb has been to prison. I wonder if he's been into some sort of institution at one time, not necessarily a prison, for treatment. Well, this is a dinky one. He's overcooked it. Well, again, I'm overcutting this past the 6 ball, sending it to the short rail up top and coming down into the long grass. I'm doing that every day of the week. I'm not even giving it a second thought.
Yeah, with that's all what those I'm balls doing. There, I think that's a good play.
And Larry, see, this is not Larry. Bill's got this 9 ball thing built into him, just like Larry. If they see a ball, they'll do everything to pot it. See, if that's me, I'm not even entertaining a pot. I'm running for cover.
Yeah, you and You and just about every pro pool player in the world ain't shooting that. I mean, I'm not saying that those guys won't shoot at some stuff, but they probably wouldn't shoot at that because the safety is pretty easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you've got to weigh up the percentages. To me, the percentage was you have a fair chance of keeping it tight and putting your opponent in trouble and getting a better opportunity than actually going all out for something that was at best 50-50.
Now, if you watch a pro in a match gambling, they might shoot at that. But gambling's different than playing in a tournament. Let's see what he's going to do here.
Oh dear!
He's going to miss the ball. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, he figured out how to get on the 3, but he didn't make the ball.
Just cannot rely on Larry. You just can't do it nowadays. And he had a chance there to open that gap again, and Bill has been invited to the party once again. You just got to hold this. Yeah, we're going all the way, folks. I've made my mind up on that right now. I don't think any of the two of them are playing good enough to really, run 2 or 3 and take the match away from the other. Doesn't look like that at the moment, has to be said. What was the final score in that horrible England match that was on Cold as Pillow? They were 1-0 up when I got bored and had seen enough of it. What was the final score? They must have at least got another 2. 1-0. What an embarrassing result that was. They should have beat them 4 or 5-0. Bunch of amateurs they are, half of them. So 7 apiece. We're almost halfway home. And again, the overcut from Bill this time. So back to you, Larry. I see Wales had a good result. They were playing a bunch of amateurs as well, weren't they? They won 3-0. Or did Coldest Pillow even know that? Did he even know that Wales were playing? That needs to keep going. He's in no man's land. It does cut, though. And he's going to have to go 3 rails back up into the table, but not too far to be blocked out by the 6. Oh dear, he's cut it into the 5. Here we go again. Yeah, football, I mean, I would never part with the money they want to go and see a football match nowadays. Never. The money is ridiculous. The player wages are stupid. And I mean, it used to be called the working class game, back in the day. mean, the last time I was regularly going to football matches, it was £1 to get in, 10 pence for the programme, £1.50 in the supporters bus, and that was back in the end of the 70s into the 80s. We're talking. And nowadays, I would never part with that amount of money to go and watch football. I mean, I don't know how much it is. I mean, Premiership matches to go and see, any of the teams, but, the big teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, you're talking, what, 50, 60 quid to go and watch football? That's just a joke. I take it Steve's still there or he's busy because we've lost him.
Still here. I'm still here.
There's the cue ball. 3 and 5 dead in the water, so there's something needing done here. In fact, I think that's tricky to even get safe off that 3 ball unless you're trying to tuck up with the 7 and the 6. Well, that was a bit of a handy bank, if you could call it that. It's went in off the 9. Well, the thing with this shot is, yes, you can get the edge of the 3, but the problem is if you're trying to get up the top of the table, you're going to hit the 3 too hard and bring it into play. You can only just drift away from it. That's all you can do. Well, he tried to get up the table and use those balls, but all he's done is given Bill a free go. It was inevitable that was going to happen. You're always going to bring the 3 into play, trying to play it at that pace to go up there. You should have just drifted it in behind the 9 and just let the cue ball roll up softly. Oh, this is horrible. I mean, if he goes round off the 3 rails again, he'll be on the foul. He's trying to hold it dead weight and watch the 7, and he's come out okay. That was tricky. Yeah, the only interest I have in tennis is Wimbledon. I'll watch a few matches in it when it comes around, but other than that, I don't pay much attention to the French Open or anything like that.
What's going on here? Bill pulling ahead?
Well, he is now. Larry played a poor choice of safety shot because I had already mapped it out for the viewers of the mistake you would make playing that 5 ball. He could hit the edge of the 5, but if he tried to get up behind the balls up the top of the table, all he was going to do was bring the 5 ball into play, and that's exactly what he did. And the rest was history. Bill ran out and he's 2 in front. Yeah, snooker. I mean, I'll watch snooker morning, noon, and night. Oh, and that's fine. But tennis is just Wimbledon for me. Right, we'll give him the 3 ball. We'll give him the 4, and the 5. Well, see, the thing is, if he'd got himself straight in the 4, does that 5 go past the 6? It probably doesn't. No, it doesn't. So yes, he does have to get a hold of the cue ball, and that's well done.
Yeah, Bill's getting in rhythm, and that's what you don't want to give your opponent a chance to do. You don't want to allow him to get in rhythm.
Well, Larry could have broke that rhythm if he'd played a far better choice of shot than he did. That's all I'm saying. He should have done what I said, just feather the edge of the 5, because all he could see was a feather of the edge of the 5 and pushed it in behind the 9 and just let the cue ball sit in the open table. He tried to get too good and execute a very difficult shot, and the problem was the pace that he played it at. He had to bring the 5 into the table, which he didn't want to do. Watch the cue ball. Oh, dear. Well, there you go, Larry. Bill's handed it back to him in a plate. I'm telling you, this is definitely going all the way. I mean, that was Bill had the whole thing in his hands there, and the cue ball tracking across. And where's it going to go? Side pocket. You couldn't write that script. Well, it's all about the angle in the 4 as to whether or not he's going to get out here. Because the 5 ball's awkward. Well, he's absolutely straight in this 4 ball. Now he can he can pinch a tiny bit and probably get around the corner and play this 5 into the side. He can hit it into the far side of the pocket, which he's done. Yep. Commentator's eye. That was a shot. Now, he's fine. He can still roll forward and let it roll out. Don't leave the high bedhead cut in the 6. Well, he's almost there. And again, watch the side pocket. Because he wants to open this out a bit. He doesn't want to come straight on top of the 8 ball, so he wants to go up to that right side, but you've got to watch the side pocket. And you see, that's the problem there. You know, it plays in your mind, and then Larry's again not 100% committed in the 6, and he's overcut it.
No, he's trying to hit a little inside, and he missed the ball.
He's trying to change the line of the cue ball and dinky stuff, and I'm not mentioning the trackball mouse again, but you know what I mean.
So I would just bump this 9 ball towards the pocket. I wouldn't do what he did, but you know what? That worked pretty good. That, the thing is in real life, that little dink shot like that, it's real easy not to hit it good and then hit the 9 ball the wrong way. Whereas hitting a 9 ball where you just kind of shove it towards the pocket was easy and reliable.
Well, if you're looking at the shot and you know that's where it's going, yes, you probably have no doubts in doing that.
Yeah, well, I tend to look at things more from the point of view of real life a lot of times, and that little dink shot can go all kinds of wrong, and VP is pretty reliable.
Well, it's wiped his feet and gone in.
Yeah, well, he's putting a lot of English on it.
Oh, we're only to 15 here, so it's getting.
He's hitting this with English. I'd probably go the other way myself. I think it's easier to get the line and speed because you're coming across the line the way you went, but he's still okay, I think.
Well, the best he's going to get here is a shot between the 9 and 7, and it's a cut. Unless he starts doing loop-de-loop with the cue ball here. No, he's just trying to do what I said. In fact, he's going to go the other side, so it's the back
That's
bank.
Going to be interesting. Yeah, well, you just go 3 rails. No, you cut this and go 3 rails.
You're going to cut it and avoid 8.
You can. He didn't. Whoa, look at this. Look at
that. The parting of the Red Sea again. Watch this.
Wow, that's something else, that shot. I mean, that was... yeah, he was going to have to do something to miss the 8. It was actually pretty hard to miss it.
Well, he's still not home and dry yet. But it's going to be a big 3-rack lead running out of racks.
Well, I wouldn't just give him an out here. This is a little tricky because there's a scratch here.
He's nowhere near it. Yeah. He's nowhere near it again.
I mean, the pot wasn't a gimme, and the cue ball was also going to be running at the corner pocket. Now, this is a pretty easy bank if you understand that it's going to shorten up a lot with the ball that close to the rail, because you got to cut this a little bit, and I think he'll shoot this bank.
Oh, every day of the week. There's no doubt about that.
You just got to make sure you cut it enough. And he shot one of these earlier and hit it perfect, so he knows how to shoot it. Oh, he did. I think it double kissed.
Did it?
I think it did. Yeah, I think that double kissed.
Oh, look at this. It's plumb. It is plumb.
Just by how the object ball moved, I think he double kissed it.
How do you miss this if you just aim at the 7 to pot it? Well, there you go.
Well, it's a combo, that's how.
It looked an odds-on certainty that, even though there was about 7-8 inches between them. Steve, why don't we have the diamond rack like real life?
I don't know what the
Well-
diamond rack is.
No, you're talking about the diamond. What is it you call the bloody thing? The plastic thing you put in the table and put the balls in. Well, that's the perfect rack thing we're talking about.
Why would you want that?
Well,
Oh,
is
you're,
that
you're
not
talking about a template rack?
template rack? That's what we're talking about. But was that not what they tried for a very short while when I was ranting about the three ball, what do you call it? The 3-ball pattern on the brake. Did we not do the perfect rack? Did you not do that test thing?
Oh, I've tested it. I mean, you can still get a 3-ball pattern if you hit it right, but the whole template rack thing is, you know, they're not going to break the same every time, regardless.
Well, there's nothing
I can
happened
make
in
them
this
break the
match.
same in VP, but in real life, they're not going to break the same.
Hazard, there's nothing that's happened in this match so far that surprised me, because I had a funny feeling it was going to be this sort of match in terms of the amount of mistakes. And Bill's just made another one, and Larry's back to within one.
Yeah, and Larry's got a good table here. I think this is a matter of not who's going to play well. It's more of a matter of who's going to screw up more.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both capable of running out racks. The question is, are they going to when they get the opportunity?
Yeah,
So,
and that's the other thing that's sort of stifled the flow of this match, is that neither of the two of them can get that consistency or find
good
something
shot
on the
there.
break.
See, that's the kind of shot you can go in the side pocket on. He hit that really well.
Well, I think I must have
Doom is
played
good.
Doom. I think I played Doom 20 years ago, and back then that was enough for me.
Whoa, slow down.
Well, that 9-ball's a bit annoying, but he could use the 9-ball if he just play again. He's got to watch he doesn't fall behind it if he's
more
trying to
likely
dink
to
it.
go behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only
That's a
worry.
good
It's
shot.
good that he bumped the back of it, because if you start fiddling about the 9-ball, you can end up going the other side, and you're done and dusted, dead. Well, here we go again. It's a race to 5, folks. Now, again, for the benefit of the latecomers, I'm just going to remind you we have 2 matches tomorrow night, both of them clashing. And Interchange X is playing Spectre Dawn, and LS3 is playing somebody who I've totally forgotten already, and you'll need to remind me. And Slim messaged me earlier, he won't be home. So unless you guys are, if you're going to be around tomorrow, you need to let me know what you prefer. I personally prefer the Interchange X Spectre Dawn match and tabbing in and out to have a quick look at what's happening in the other one, but I'll go with the majority vote.
Vote
But
for
we'll
what
keep
you're
an eye on
saying.
whatever's happening. What was that?
I said I'd vote for what you're saying.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm kind of thinking. That cue ball needed to run a bit further. Now, well, it's off the rail. And knowing Larry, it's all out for the pot. He's had a roll there, hit 2 knuckles, stayed in the table. Steve could stream the other one.
He's streaming.
No, somebody else could stream the other one. any of these people who have the technology and can download the free software could stream anything.
It's not hard to do. I set up and used it. It's easy to use. I just, that's not my job description of streaming. So, I mean if we really needed me to, I could, but I got other stuff I need to be doing.
Well, I always base it on the fact that if I can stream, any half-wit can do it. No disrespect to Steve, that is, but anybody can stream if you have the notion to.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a lot easier nowadays than. The software's far better now than what it ever was, and it's only ever going to get better as well. That's the beauty of it. It's improving all the time, and all this AI technology and everything. I noticed there's something I discovered. There's something. What's that? I can't remember what it is, but there's something that Windows 11's got. I was looking at, and it's an AI thing as well. I'm scared of these AI programs. 1 and 3 have gone. Oh, cue ball's gone as well.
That's too bad. That was a pretty good break. That was kind of a rotten roll right there. You got. That was a very rotten roll.
I think if you're actually playing, you can only laugh as well. If you're actually playing, you can only laugh because you just cannot plan on all of that stuff happening to you. Just when Larry's trying to get away again, here we go, Bill. Help yourself. We're going all the way. How many times have I said it? I keep telling you, but I can't see this.
This certainly looks like a hill match. I mean, this is crazy.
Unless one of them can find a break, get the right one, find a break, and take the match away. And also, I'm going to keep reminding people as well, because I notice other streamers do it. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. There's 17 people watching this, and I'm one of them. But the other 17 can hit the like button. It takes you 2 seconds.
What's this thumb down? Oh.
No, nobody hits that nowadays.
There's a extension you can install in Chrome that'll show you thumbs down for things on YouTube, because normally they don't show you the thumbs down count.
No, they used to, but they don't do it now. I noticed that they took it out.
You can install an extension. So when Snow White came out, I looked at the thumbs up and thumbs down. There was like, I don't know, it's something like 20,000 thumbs up and like 750,000 thumbs down.
And what is this, Snow White, a movie?
I take
it as a.
It bombed.
What is it you call? Is it a Rotten Tomatoes award winner? Is that what it is?
I don't know what they did, but let's put it this way: the trailer on YouTube got killed.
Aye, but I'm sure when they run the Oscars, maybe is it the night before that they hold the Rotten Tomatoes Awards, which is like the Oscars for the crap movies of the year. There's a name I've never seen before. Scipione 74 or whatever. That's another new name. Anyway.
Okay, well, he pushed out. And that's an interesting push out. I don't know how effective it is. I mean, it's pretty easy to roll this up behind the 2.
Can he squeeze that past it? Yeah, I think he can. Yeah, but the problem with that, Steve, is that there's a fair chance he could leave a kick in that one ball, maybe doing that, unless he gets really tight.
It is a little tricky. That wasn't a bad push, but
no, he's trying to use the 8 ball, but that's not going to do much.
I didn't like going that way. There's some other things you could do, but I didn't like that way, and that's kind of why. I mean, you get him out there where there's one ball you can get behind. He's going to leave an edge here too, and I think he'll dink this and try to put on the 2. Yep. Did he hit it hard enough? Nope.
No, he's teed it up for Bill. That's the trackball mouse again. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm telling you.
That was a kind of a softball there.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. I mean, I would have played that better than that. See, you could trust your basic mouse. You can trust a basic. You can't trust a trackball for the dinky stuff.
Well, what's he going to
I
do
mean,
here?
how much evidence do you folks need when you watch Larry try to do stuff like that? How much? It's all in front of you. There's a good cut. He's got a bump in the 8 and he's got a cut in the 3.
Well, Bedhead wasn't convinced.
No, but Bedhead only does that to try and wind me up.
Yeah, well, he does a good job, doesn't he?
Oh no, I just let it wash over me because I'll never be convinced otherwise. That's very good. Now, I take it the 5 ball goes clean.
It does.
Yeah.
Just dink this and make the 5. And
now I would like to just.
Well, he needed a little harder dink. That's not the angle you want.
Yeah.
Boy, this is so.
Now
this guy won't have to force it. He might just try to dink it. He tried to force it, and he did a pretty good job of it.
Well, you need this, Bill. It's getting to that time. That leaves me put in the genius department. What's Spud Boy talking about? Have I missed something in the chat?
I don't know. This whole conversation that's going on there, I'm kind of lost.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
This is what happens when this is what happens when you let Slim lead the conversation.
Now Spud Boy says, I hate this keyboard. What? Spud Boy's having a conversation with himself. I don't know what's going on.
Slim somehow set him off.
Oh, dear. Anyway, it's 12:11.
You could almost be talking to Chat GPT.
Bill was looking for the follow-up. The 7's not budging. It's dry. Is it? No, he got a ball. Where did I miss that 4 ball going in?
No, I mean, he's looking pretty good here on this rack.
Now, this is dicey simply because you've got a judge coming away from that one.
Look at it. Look at his player icon. That is Mr. Bill's. That's Mr. Bill. Remember I told you about, oh no, Mr. Bill. That's Mr. Bill. What he's got the picture there.
I still don't know who Mr. Bill is, Steve. It never made it to UK television if it was a cartoon or whatever.
Go look on YouTube.
No, I've never seen that character, and I don't know what the hell that is in Larry's picture. What's that?
That's Goofy. That's a Disney character.
Oh, aye, it's Goofy. Yeah. I couldn't make it out. I can see his eyes now, yeah. I can see Goofy.
Yeah, that's a pretty good Goofy imitation there, Pew.
I still prefer the non-politically correct cartoons. I still prefer the 1950s Tom and Jerry's. I mean, they're by far the best cartoons you'll ever see.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm going with Dormouse and Squirrel.
Oh no, Foghorn Leghorn.
The Foghorn Leghorn was good.
Yeah. Foghorn Leghorn. Look at me, boy, when I'm talking to you, boy. But they're so unpolitically correct. All that violence in them, and it drives kids to madness. They don't show them.
It's a chicken hawk.
Yeah.
It's a chicken hawk, boy.
And then the big bulldog in Tom and Jerry. That's my boy. With a wee pup. Okay.
Well, I mean, Larry's doing a pretty good job right now. It's looking like he's going to be up 13-11, and this is now the real question is can he get to 14-11, or is he going to give it back to Bill?
Well, and, I think if it's going by the way the match is going, Larry's going to hand this rack and a plate to Bill in 2 minutes' time.
I kind of have to agree the way it's been going.
No, Bill's name's Bill.
It's Mr. Bill.
Yeah, Mr. Bill. And, of course, Larry's dry.
Yep. And
So
this is a nice little 3-railer. It's pretty natural. You got to watch out you don't put yourself behind a 3-ball.
well, I'm thinking ahead, Steve. Here, I don't like the 3-ball. That's the one thing I don't like because
And he's playing away from it, and that's pretty good. He can just stop this.
It does go. I mean, he can cut it past the 6. He's got to cheat the rail a little bit.
If he stops it, he's going to kind of have a tricky shot to get on the 4. Well, he decided
he's played it
to
off
come
the
back.
7.
And yep, he's going to get fancy here and play it off the 7. This is a pretty easy shot, but you got to hit the right part of the 7.
Now, are you going to make sure you're going forward here? You want to get away from the 5, don't you? Commentator's eye.
God.
Commentator's eye.
That was commentator's curse. Was what that
no,
was.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was obvious that 5 was there. That was a commentator curse.
No, but you've got to go forward and get out into the table. And there's a sucker shot there if I ever have seen it. I mean, I'm telling you. I mean, I could see that happening. And the unfortunate thing is Bill couldn't.
He couldn't.
Oh dear, I'll tell you. Talk about a tactical genius. I mean, I see these things, and Bill couldn't see that. That was more than obvious to me that if you don't play the right way, you're going to go bye bye.
It's just about her just being so focused on making sure you hit the 7 the right way that you just forget about everything else.
But then you've got to look at the lay of the ball. The 4-ball was a given. You're not missing it, but you'd all that room in the world to get somewhere up the top end of the table and play the 4. But
well, let's see how he decides to play this, because he's got some choices here.
Well, I think he's going to do around the houses, Steve.
I'm playing in the 7 in the side pocket on the opposite side of the table myself.
No, I don't like that. Why did he check that and kill it?
I would have taken it tight around 3 rails and come to the second diamond there and shot the 7 straight in the side pocket. I mean, this is now, he was playing for this side pocket, which was the wrong side pocket to play for.
Well, he's played the cut.
Yeah, he got caught up in the corner.
Again, I thought he would have played the bank.
Well, the good thing about this bank is you're going to get the cue ball on the rail. The bad thing is you could be right behind the 9-ball. I don't know where he's aiming right now is no good. You gotta cut this ball some. If he shoots it straight in, there he goes. This is a little tricky with the cue ball. That was the problem. Is the cue ball was tricky.
Now, what do you do here, Steve? Do you play the cut or do you actually play the kick in to the short side? Because you're obviously near this pocket, aren't you?
I would never kick this at this. I'd cut this every time.
Well, he's not frozen, and there you go. Now, how's Bill in this? Cue ball's gone anyway. Well, there's the utter disaster happened there.
Well, it was predictable, though. Didn't we say this is what's going to happen? He's not getting on 14. He's going to give the game to Bill somehow. And there it is.
Oh, dear.
It's just like...
No, Bill's had something go in, and the 1-ball's gone. He's got no shot in the 2, though. Now, he's got to come up with something. And I mean, even a push out here is no good, I don't think. I mean...
No, you can push and show him the left side of the 2. I mean...
Well, just push...
Obviously, there's some safeties there.
Push down past the 7. Inside the 7. Oh, he's played the 7. Now, what would I do here? Would I try and use the 6-ball and sneak out between the 8 and 3 and come down behind the 9 and 5, down in this corner where he is now?
It's not a terrible push, but there's a lot of options there.
I think that's what I'm trying. I'm pushing that to hit the 6 full in the face and sneak out behind the 8 and the 3 and spin it down to this corner.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
I might shoot this ball.
Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, he didn't get by the 8. It bumped the 8, and that's that, because he's probably running out from here.
He's got to be on the 3 unless he finishes behind the 7. Now, that 4-ball, The 4-ball is that is very, very tricky. It's off the point, though. You'd better have a good look at that, Bill, before you actually shoot this 3-ball. And that's what he's doing. He's making sure he's having a good look at it. You don't want to take anything for granted. And how's the 5-ball more to the point? Because the 5-ball's no good. Yeah. You think about where the 4-ball is. You play the 4-ball, but how good are you going to get to this 5? This ain't easy. Well, can he nick this in? Oh, dear. What does he do? Does he try and nick this in and draw off it and come? I don't know what.
You go. Oh, well, yeah, yeah,
I mean, how's he going to have a shot here? He is trying to draw back. This is getting... Oh, that'll do. That will do. Well, in terms of having a shot in the 5, it will do, but he's going to have to run this into the side. This has got to be running, and that 8-ball's annoying.
Yeah, he's got to draw this. He's got to draw this back.
He is trying to draw it back. Yeah, he's taking the higher cut. That'll do.
Well, he didn't want to hit it real hard, and I think that's maybe a good idea with that shot.
these. Oh, listen to Spud Boy being critical.
Now see there. I mean, I would always go up and down.
Oh dear, so he's missed the 6.
Speed. Yeah,
I was too busy looking at the chat.
He tried to play it a little dink shot, play the short side. I would have gone up and down with that angle.
Well, this is still got to be played. He's right in the pocket.
Watch out.
Well, that'll do.
That's going to be good.
Well, do we say he's going to get to the hill here?
Well, this shot's a little touchy here. You got to kind of make a decision of how you want to play this. This is like a draw control shot. You're either going to play it conservative and play high, or you're going to zoom it back off the rail. I would probably be conservative and high.
Track ball touchy. This.
He decides to go for it off the rail.
Yeah,
he hit it good. Yeah,
he caught a little clip on it. It's done him no harm, so he will be on the hill. Well, it might not go all the way, folks. It could still, but you never know.
Well, the question is he going to make a ball on the break? Next question is he going to scratch? Next question is he going to have a shot on a low ball? And the final question is he going to screw up and give it back to Bill? So we got 4 questions for Larry.
Does anybody remember if anybody's had a follow-up rack in this match? Well, this is as good a chance as any, apart from the dodgy cut in the 2. He's going to have to play about 3 or 4 balls will get in there.
Well, the good news about this is it's pretty easy to hit the 6-ball. So you can just focus on, you can hit this. You don't have to dink this. You just need to open up a little and make sure you hit the 6-ball. Now, this is not a shot I dink. I would make sure I hit it with enough speed and make sure I hit the 6-ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to bank it, and that's a good shot.
That works. Right, so straight across to the rail, back out into the table. Don't hook yourself behind the 6.
Oh, boy. This is way overhit.
Oh, dear.
Well, this is what you don't really want to leave yourself when it's tight sphincter time. Because not only is this cut a little touchy, the side pocket's there. He's going to hold the cue ball, so he's not going to scratch. But the question is he going to make this 4-ball? Wait, why did he kind of lift the butt of the cue up now? I don't understand why. There we go. He's doing some weird stuff. Now he's more centered. I still think he won't scratch here, but no, he's going to draw.
He's jacking up again.
I don't understand what the heck he was doing there. He could have just hit that with a little inside to make sure he didn't scratch. And
will this still bank?
Yeah, this will bank. Because it's close to the rail, so you can cut this more. You just hit it hard. It's a little tight, but I think it banks. He looks like he's going to cut this. This is a bedhead on the half cut.
Yeah. And it's in. It's all over.
Well, you got 2 veteran Two veteran guys there. It was good to
Yeah.
see these guys get to play each other.
Yeah, but I think both of them. Larry's days are numbered for this tournament. I think. Who's he going to end up getting?
Well, if he's going to keep playing like that, his days are numbered. I mean, he's going to have to play better than that. There's no doubt
Let's
about it.
refresh the view and see what we've got. Larry is through, and right. So Bedhead plays LS3, and the winner of that plays the loser of Slim and Coldest Pillow. So yes, of course, it's not going to be easy. It definitely isn't going to be easy either way. But Larry's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Basically, you look at all the other players that are left in it. I mean, he's definitely threatening to sort of go at any time. But he's still in it for now. But I think he's living on borrowed time. Right. Tomorrow.
So who's Larry playing next match?
Larry possibly could be playing Slim or Coldest Pillow. I think I said there, didn't I? Talking of that, they go at it tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. British Summer Time, and then we have the two matches clashing tomorrow night. Both one-loss side matches, LS3 Bedhead and Interchange Expector Dawn. Unless anybody suggests otherwise, I think that's the match we'll focus on, and we'll keep an eye on Bedhead and LS3. So that will be 7:30 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. a.m. Pacific. So I hope you can join us. I hope you hit that like button, because I'm counting them when I look at the stream, and there was only 6 the other night, and there was about 23 people watching. So I don't know what you've got to do to beg these people to hit the like button. It's not a lot to ask. Right. Thanks to Steve for his company and input. And thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks, guys. Yep. Thanks for streaming, Hugh.
I'm off to bed. Back up at 4 a.m. We'll see you tomorrow night, I hope.
Yep. Hopefully I'll be here. Good night.
See you later.